Hi everyone, it's Jeanette, Crafty Dork. I'm here to show you the little bits and pieces that I'm going to use in Nat and Deb's challenge, the Op Shop journal. Now we were able to use old book pages. Oh, I didn't get those out. I've got them under my craft mat, straightening out. I had an old book that I pulled to pieces to use the cover for something else. So I had all these book pages. So some of those are going to be used. I've also glued 3 of them together. These are going to form the pages. And I've not done a ring bound journal before, so that's what this is going to be. Now the rings I can't use because they're bought, but I can use some lace that I've been, this is all that I got at the Op Shop. I've got string, I think it's linen string, that it's probably 100 years old by the look of it, but it's just got gorgeous texture, so I might even use that. So that's going to be my pages. I had this old piece of curtaining, and where I am on, let me get it on the screen a bit better for you. So I'm going to use that as a bit of texture. These laces I got while I was on holidays in Western Australia last year, or was it in, I can't remember, somewhere. I've got that. And then these are finer, a little bit finer. That one. Now I'm just wondering if that one was on screen when you... Did I have it on screen? That's better. And this one, this is like an eyelet one. So I thought, right, I'll use those. And then this little bag is at the Op Shop, and it's just a bit of that sort of lace. As you can see, it's all been colour. The colour is all beautiful on it. So I've got that. And then this bag I found, and because I'm not going to do a lot of colour in this, it's going to be fairly neutral all over. I found these little flowers in the Op Shop, so I hope they're going to be okay. I've also got some sewing threads. I don't know about but I've got this colour that I'll probably use, not the red, and the green might, because I want it sort of a gardening-ish theme. All these, not so much those, but I wondered about this for the centre of, I'm going to try and make some flowers out of book pages, so they might be good for the centre. And then this bucket of, or box of buttons that all came from the Op Shop. So they're the sort of things that I'm hoping to use. I've got a pencil, my scalpel. This I made, so I'm hoping that that's my tear ruler. It's out of recycled baking paper. And I've got my 2 glues. I've also got, now let me just get this, so if I make sure I stay in. I made these a while ago, and they're from a gardening book. So that's what gave me the first thought of making a little garden journal. These are a couple of pockets that I'd made, and they just folded over, and then the card goes in. I haven't got anything on the back, but I'm thinking that I may put, these plain papers and just pop the plain paper on the back of the tag for journaling, and I think that'll be fine. So we might do that part. That'll be an easy bit to do for this session. And then I've just folded over a few pages, pop them down, and that'll be in an envelope on page. So I've got a few different ones of those. That might be a flip over because it's got the, and then there's another one there. So I'm only going to probably do 4 or 5 pages. So we'll see how we go with that. It could be very interesting. There's 2 that I had but I'm not using because I've punched that one out, and this one I use cardstock in there, so they'll go into another drawer. Okay, so I need a box to put all that in. The Roses chocolate box from Christmas. So if I keep it all in there, then I'll know what I'm going to use. There's my pages. Flowers. Okay. So I'll just see how this goes doing this, and then I might sew around them as well, just to finish them off. I think I've covered everything that I'm going to use. If I come across something as we sort of move along, but I thought I'd just do a little craft with me and show you what I'm going to do, and I'll link the girls below in the description. So hopefully everybody is recovered after Christmas and New Year. I know it's taken me a bit to get over it, and I'm sure there's others out there that have had the same. Oh, I don't think, am I? No, that was, so I can't use that, I'll have to use my fingers. There we go. Lesson 1. Put that in the drawer. Yeah, so we had a lovely night last night. It was around 36 degrees here, and we took the gazebo down to the beach, and my son and his family, his partner Sarah, and their little Greta, and Joanne, and her mob. She's got a 16, 3.5 and 18 months, and Jackson, the 16-year-old, his girlfriend was there. It seemed strange to see him driving up, and we all sat there. Simon brought his paddleboard down, and I took, my sister gave the littlies a surfboard. Their daughter had, she used to surf, and so it's a Ridgy Ditch one, and we went out playing in the water and just generally having a wonderful time. The dogs were all there, all, what did we have, 4, 5, 6, no, 5 dogs. So they were all there as well, and we went down there. It was just beautiful. It was about 7 o'clock when we got home, and just had a lovely, lovely night. So there we go. I think that'll be good. Now I'm going to use my tear ruler, see how it goes. Both the same. So just gives a little bit of a jaggedy edge around it. I might have to do it like this on this one. See how we go. Sometimes when it's glued, it sort of lifts on the other side, but it's behaving itself today, so that's good. Just give it a bit of texture and just added interest to it. What I'll do, I've got some fussy cut flowers. I'm just trying to think where I put them all, because I had a tidy up. Isn't that always the way? Oh look, oh well, that doesn't matter. I will put something over the top of that, and then I'll just go around the edges with my ink, because this is allowed. And then this one I will find a flower or something from the fussy cuts and pop around there. So this should be a bit of fun. I know Nat's started and has had a video up of her start to it. I don't think Deb has this yet. I don't know if she's the one that instigated and challenged Nat, so whether she's going to join in, I'm pretty sure she'd join in as well. And then next, organised for next time, junk mail, and junk mail and is not my good best friend for doing these sort of things, so that will take me out of my comfort zone. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, so this is just a very simple way of making your own little tear ruler, and we all know how sharp some of them, oh, that's not going to work, so I'll just do that down here, how sharp some of these blades on these things can be. I'm sure we've all had a bit of a nick at some stage from them. The other way I could have done this is just used my craft knife and just gone down the edges, but I just thought I'd give it a bit of interest to have something else along the edge, bit of jaggering. There's another one. If you could see the way I'm holding my tongue here trying to get it all. No, it's not going to do it. It's a bit close for it. I think because the ruler is a bit thick, is a thick one, so it just doesn't get right on the smaller bits, but that's all right. I won't be able to move my thumb tonight, but that's fine. The arthritis in it sort of seizes everything up by the end of the day if I do something like this. Use it or lose it, they say. Don't know. Oops. Sorry if this is painful watching, so flick forward, feel free to flick forward if you need, and there we go. That'll do. I want it pretty rustic and also I've got that paper and down this writing down there again, but we can put something down there to cover that up a bit. circle. Just poke it in, twist it around. I'll just see if this will. No. So there we go. That's got a hole in it too now. Whoops. That's got it off. That makes a really good hole if you just put your blade in and this blade in and twist it around, and you've got your nice little hole. So you don't need your fancy crocodiles, although you do if you want to make it neat and put a brad or something in, but I'm not going to be doing that. Okay, so I don't know where these came from. We'll just have to stick them back in where. Okay, that's fine. Nope, must have been that one. So I've got a few little bits done as to get started. Then, how much time have we been on? Oh, so what I'll show you, so there's some of the ephemera that I'm going to use. What I'm also going to do is try and make some flowers. Now, we'll see how it works out. The idea is to, okay, so we're going to fold it like this. This is fairly fragile, so it may not work. But I thought if we fold it in half, then fold it in half again, and then just from the corner, just rip like a half circle. Let's see how. Now that's going to be a big one, so I might take it down a peg or two. Just a little bit off there, and a bit off. Okay, so there's, it's more an oval than a circle, but you get what I'm doing. And we might even just do this one down. Probably if I made this into a square, it would be better, but that's fine. We're just doing the corner. Just another little one around. And then this one we might just take it across a little bit smaller and a little bit rougher. Okay, so then we just ink it up. The next time I might do a few of these. We'll have a play, and but this is the idea of what I thought I would do for just a little bit more there. Put out some flowers. And then these will just get, just for quickness, I'll use a bit of that. I'll just stick that on there. Crinkle it up. Now where did I put those buttons? can't remember where I saw this idea, but it's somewhere out there on the YouTube. You get your what they call them, say snap fasteners. Put a little hole in the centre of your flower. Poke your and there you go, you've got your flower centre. Now if we're allowed to use paints, we can put some paints on those, and we can make them a bit smaller, bigger, whatever. Make them. I just didn't look quite like that. And just on the bottom as an embellishment. Okay, so I'll leave it at that. That'll give you something to think about there. And when I come back next, we might start with the pages and see how I'm going. I'll leave those out because I'll make a few of those and see how they go. Okay, so I'll love and leave you. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy it wherever you are. Thoughts going out to all those in the fire areas here in Australia. It's just devastating. Fingers crossed we get some rain soon. I think we're all praying for that. So until I see you next time, happy crafting. Bye for now.